Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I humbly welcome you guys back to my channel. It's Jordite Shay, Lamonica Thea, Shay Lamonica Thea, Jordite the Healer, Divinely Jordite, okay? I am many things. I filmed this video already. You know what? I'll film with the microphone next time. What happened was I plugged my microphone in and I didn't turn it on, so the whole fucking video was silent. So I'm doing this all over again, so welcome. In today's video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about self-compassion, because I know when it comes to the self-love journey and the self-healing journey, a lot of people don't talk about self-compassion. A lot of people don't talk about how we can, you know, give that love to ourselves and just allow a little more grace for the things that we do, for the things that people do to us, the situations that we're in. And my therapist recommended me this book. My therapist gave me this idea, and I'm just so happy that she did, because it gives me a newfound perspective on loving myself and healing, and I'm just so excited to share this with you guys. The book that I'm going to be talking about today, and this is going to be part 1 video. I want to do mini series for this book, because I think that's very needed, and it's called The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself, Self-Compassion by Christian Neff, PhD. Okay, and this book is so freaking clutch, y'all. Like, this changes the whole perspective. It puts a whole new oomph, a whole lot on your self-love journey, on your healing journey, okay, on becoming yourself journey, okay. And this book is for both women and men, androgynous. This book is thebomb.com, okay? Let's get to this. I am on page 14 in this book. So this is how it looks on the inside. It's many words, there's no pictures. So what I love about this book, and what I love about many books, is that when you're reading the book, they give you a pause and they allow you to answer some questions, you know, let you think a little bit more about what you just read. And I really love books like that. And this is definitely the book that does that. So I'm sorry if y'all getting the itchies from me folding this book back like this. I fold my book like that. I know that's a pet peeve for people. Look, this is exercise 1 in the book. So it says, how do you react to yourself in your life? So that's the basis for the questions that I'm about to read. And then I'll just read like my favorite questions and how the the self-compassion theory applies to me. It says, what type of things do you typically judge and criticize yourself for? Appearance, career, relationships, parenting, and so on. And I can definitely say that I am the first person to self-criticize and judge myself on my appearance, you know, what I'm doing career-wise, if I'm working, my relationships with people, my relationships with my children. And oftentimes I get defensive because it's just like, why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? But I'm truly judging myself, because that's how I really feel on the inside. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of the times we're always the first person to criticize and judge ourselves. And I feel like that's definitely something that we could all work on, as far as giving ourselves that grace. And you know, if you're not doing something that you know when you're not doing something that you said you were gonna do, or you're doing something wrong, or you're not doing enough of something. You know that. So that's the difference between trying your best and still not feeling enough, or still feel like you're not doing enough. So I definitely self-criticize myself when it comes to a lot of those things, and I'm definitely working on that. When I get in those ideals of myself, I like to change my thought pattern, change it around a little bit, and kind of think of how I'm feeling a little bit differently. Just change it up a little bit. You know, it's easy to go in that downward spiral, especially in the way how you feel. So I feel like that it's very important to just change it up a little bit, you know, catch yourself in that moment, catch your thoughts, and affirm yourself and tell yourself that it's okay. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all feel like we're not doing enough, or we're doing too much. It's always good to catch yourself. feel like I'm talking too much and rambling. Haha. Okay, the next question is, what type of language do you use with yourself when you notice some flaw or make a mistake? Do you insult yourself, or do you take a more kind and understanding tone? I definitely can say that I've been a victim of my own, of assaulting myself and criticizing myself, cursing myself out, like, you fucking stupid, are you fucking retarded, like, are you dumb as fuck, like, you know, like really like giving myself the go. And I noticed that I'm always the first person to do that, and I always tear myself down in that way, especially when I make a mistake or I feel flawed. I'm learning to, especially with reading this book, I'm learning to not say those things to myself and be more kind, nurturing, and patient with myself. Especially as a parent, you know, we make a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. And it's important to apologize, especially to yourself or to your children, and catch those mistakes. And I'm learning to be more kind and understanding to myself, because I can't expect somebody else to be that to me unless I'm that to myself. And I can't expect somebody to give me that grace unless I'm doing that to myself. It's like teaching somebody how to love you. Like, you say this, you say, I accept this, I accept this, I accept this, I don't accept this. And if that person, you know, can cohere to, or, you know, adjust to how your loving style and how you want to be loved, then they will be around. And if they can't adjust to it, then they won't be around. That's the same thing for yourself. You have to adjust how you talk to yourself. You have to adjust how you love yourself, because those things are very important. You have to know how to do those things for yourself if you ever want to be in a relationship that's fulfilling and everything that you want it to be. So the next question is, if you're highly self-critical, how does this make you feel inside? I'm very highly self-critical. Like, again, I'm working on that, and it makes me feel like shit. It makes me feel like I'm not enough. It makes me feel unworthy. It makes me feel like the journey that I've taken so far to cultivate that self-love and nurturing for myself, it has gone to waste. Like, it's not worth it. Like, I haven't done enough. And I don't know, it makes me feel like shit. But now that I catch myself in those moments, it definitely brings me back to that moment, to that space where I can catch myself and be like, it's okay, you make those mistakes, it's cool. One more question. How do you think you would feel if you could truly accept yourself exactly as you are? Does this possibly scare you and give you hope, or both? I think if I truly accepted who I was, I would feel like this bundle of like unconditional love and self-acceptance, and the flaws that I think that I have now, they wouldn't matter, because I would love every single part of me. And, you know, down to the shape of my head, down to the moles on my body, down to how I think my boobs look, and how I think my body is shaped. I would love every single part of me, because I know that I've made children, I've lived a life a little bit, you know. I've come into this body, I'm still coming into being a woman. I'm only 21. So I think that's very important to think about those things. Like, truly, how would you feel if you truly accepted yourself? And would it be scary, or would it give you hope? I think for me, that would be both. It gives me hope to know that I can one day truly accept myself for everything that I am, but it scares me to have to go through those different phases and metamorphoses to get to that unconditional love, that unconditional nurturing, that unconditional self-compassion. It scares me to have to go through those emotions, to have those long nights, to cry, to put on an outfit and I feel good about myself but still wear that outfit anyway. That's what scares me the most, that being vulnerable, it scares me the absolute most. But I have so much hope and faith that I will be able to get through those long nights, get through that insecurity, get through those feelings of feeling unworthy, to be able to be and accept who I truly feel is my divine purpose to be in this lifetime. I have a couple talking points, so I'm just gonna go to the next talking point. How does this how does this book make me feel so far? So this book has, I love my therapist. I love her so much. She has been a rock for me, and I think that she did a really good job recommending me this book. It makes me feel really good. It gives me a understanding that, yes, I have felt these things, but it's a way to change how I feel about myself, and that everybody goes through it. And you know, the people that have really mastered and conquered it but still going through it, they had to start somewhere. And so I feel like I'm really starting somewhere, and I feel like I'm on the right path because I am learning these different things. I'm learning to change myself for who I want to be in this lifetime, who I'm meant to be in this lifetime. So I feel like this is very important. How can I apply this to parenting? So I can apply this to parenting by, everything starts with self. And I heavily base myself around being a parent and just like a mom, period. Like, I love being a mom. I believe that everything starts with you. And once you get down, pack that self-compassion and nurturing, that understanding for self, and you can just like do one of these when you get out of bed in the morning, you'll be able to give that to your children. And that's very important, especially in the world that we're living in now. And you know, it's a little difficult sometimes because everybody's depressed, everybody's anxious, and I am one of those people that have definitely struggle with that. And everybody glorifies struggle love and like all this other extra stuff. So I think that it's very important to instill in your children that self-compassion, that self-love, that unconditional love, that nurturing, so they don't go looking for it in the wrong places, and so that they're not making the wrong mistakes. And so that they're not making the wrong mistakes when it comes to partners, future partners. And I'm applying this to my life by just reading the book every day and having a lot of reflection and a lot of journaling and a lot of sitting with myself and hearing these. Just letting it all flow, letting it all go, and just breathing and just catching myself in those moments and knowing that it is okay. It is okay. And knowing that I am loved by my children, by my mom, by my brothers, by my sisters. I know that I am loved, and it is okay. And most importantly, I know that I am loved by self, because that's what's most important to me. You know, it wouldn't be my children without me loving myself. So this is part one of this video. Thank you so much for humbling being here with me and listening to me and accepting, you know, my journey and allowing me to plant those seeds for you, to be able to fully thrive in your journey. And you guys will see me in the next video. Hey, next video. Hey, next video. Hey. All right, peace, y'all.